Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't.
Hello, once again, everybody. It's Christian from Northeast 360. We appreciate all of our new subscribers. You guys have asked for a couple of content pieces, which I put out, and today's video is going to be about boots. As we know, we do hiking, camping, overlanding, survival stuff. So when it comes to all those different situations, EDC, one of the most important parts of EDC or any good camping trip is what's on your feet. All right, I know it sounds stupid, but it's true. And what shoes are durable, comfortable. We're trying to produce this video so that we can take some of that guesswork out. Just for instance, this is what my go-to boot was. It is basically indestructible, even a guy my size. These are Bates Marine Corps D-Rat boots. You can see it, but there is a little embossed Marine Corps emblem on it. These boots are pretty much indestructible, as I said, but they weigh a ton, and these have always been my go-to hiking, camping, in the field when I'm, in civilian clothes. I would wear these when I'm at work, and they've never failed. When I purchased them, I purchased 2 pairs, and I never got into the second pair yet. And I've had them for 11 years. 11 years. Big dude. You've seen me walk. Some of these may have been in videos. What I did find that when I was trying to slim down, and I still am, it's an ongoing battle, as we all know. I went hiking at this new hiking spot that I've featured a couple of times in videos, and it was just tiring. Up and down hills, back and forth, hiking. My wife stated, "Why don't you try some lighter hiking shoes?" And I kind of smile and laugh. I'm like, yeah, these have been all over the world kicking ass. But she was right, because these shoes, even though they're indestructible, we're 11 years and there's still tread on these, okay? Most of my shoes for work and everything else, there's like 0 tread, 0 cushion, because, I'm a big guy, then I'm wearing 45, 50 pounds worth of gear, duty belts, vests, tactical equipment, and when I'm in street clothes, I'm still wearing a lot of that stuff. It's just more of a civilian look. These have never failed. But, as any good husband should, they listen to their wives. And I went on a search for lightweight hiking boots and something that was durable, because I'm a big guy, as my struggles with everything from Morel to some 511 shoes to LA police gear, even the regular, like your Nikes and everything else, their Crosstrek shoes failed. Like, I hike. When I hike, it's not in the greatest conditions. I hike in the rain, snow, and every single boot had failed. I had $160 Morels. I went through 3 pairs of Morels in 7 months. They just literally fell apart. Then I saw a commercial for Keen. I said, you know what? I'll give them a shot. They are made with sustainable leathering processes. They have a specific heel locking system that allows your toes to spread out naturally when you walk. I watched all of their videos, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make the investment. My first set of Keen boots were the Targi 3s, which I am holding in my hands. As you can see, they're well used. These so far are at 11 months and they're still kicking. I do have some issues, and we will talk about that in a moment, but they were super lightweight. I mean, between the difference between my old hikers, about a pound, pound and a half, we're talking ounces. They're super lightweight. As you can see, there is some failures though. Now, these boots here cost me, even at the time, but I recently looked up a pair of these. These are about $112. These boots. I got them for a lot cheaper. I got them for $68 a piece. I got 2 sets. I still have a set that are pristine, and they've never been worn. These were $179. I think you can get them on Amazon for a hair cheaper now. But I'm like, listen, you know, in the last 8 months, I've spent a lot on shoes. But, you know, the reviews, everyone said these are the most rock solid boots you'll ever wear. I said, screw it. Bought them. This is actually my second pair. Okay? I get about 11 months out of them before they die. Now, this one, it has not died yet completely, but the wear on the Targi 3s is where the sole, I don't know if we can see it, take a look, it pulls away from the sole. And this patch of leather here is super thin. And I'm not sure if it's actual real leather or if it's some kind of a laminated thing. And what happens is once this fully releases, this rips right off. The other factor after 11 months, tying and untying the shoes, basically the laces are sawing away at the attachment points. Okay, so once I saw this, I'm like, listen, I'm going to preserve these as my everyday, you know, kick around the house kind of shoes. And you know what, 11 months, I guess I can handle that. I can handle purchasing new hiking shoes within 11 months. Then I went back to Keen. I went on their Ask Question sites. They never gave me an answer of why this happens, because this is 2 sets at $179 a piece. Other than it's probably my sheer size that is just compressing stuff too much and wearing things out a little bit faster than what their normal rate would be. Maybe a lighter, more fit person than me is going to have a little bit better results, but this happens once they get super, super wet. And these are the waterproof versions. Once they get super wet, say in the Northeast, a little bit of snow melt, this process just starts to happen. Okay? So I went on their website, asked a few questions, did the whole little, hey, ask bar, you know, what's your suggestion? And they said, you know what, if you want comfort and you don't mind a little bit more weight, you should try the Targi 2s. So I said, you know what, I'll give them a shot. I looked at them online, and they are a way beefier construction. They have a much thicker, more comfortable sole to them, and a super aggressive tread. Now these are 6 months in. I purchased them just before Christmas. I believe September-ish is when I purchased them. So whatever that comes out to in math, it's roughly close to 6 months. We're in February, the end of February. You can see they've been hiked. They've gotten wet. They're getting abused like they should. The tread pattern is still there. The arch support is pretty phenomenal, even on the Targi 3s. Their arch support is by far the best. And these are the most comfortable hiking shoes I've ever had. Which is why I don't mind investing in it. Because they've made my knees, my back, everything, you know, now I'm starting to ruck where I carry a bag that's weighted down. and they have not failed me. But are they showing wear? On the Targi 2s, we have the same problem as the Targi 3s. So it's going to be a manufacturing thing. 6 months, look at that. They're starting to rip away. So I don't know if it's their gluing method or what. This one here is not too bad. The leather is way thicker on the Targi 2. It is way more durable. So this shoe, I could probably squirt a little bit of shoe glue in there, and this is going to be fine. All right? But, again, you know, these, I got them on sale. They normally retail for almost as much as the Targi 3s. But I picked these up for $112 because they were on sale. And I ended up getting them on Amazon, not from Keen's website. The only other issue I have with these shoes are, and I don't understand why, Keen, you would go with the Targi 3 that has beefy steel double riveted hooks, yet your supposed Super Duty heavy duty boot, you put these crappy plastic pieces on them. Every boot I have ever purchased, including duty boots that have these pieces, snap. So stay tuned, because I might be taking these to a cobbler to have a hole punched in. But that's what I've got for you on the Targi series. Which series of Keen boots do I prefer at this point? These, hands down. Super comfortable, super durable. They'll make your feet sing their praises. And that sounds stupid, but it is true. These shoes are pretty phenomenal. Will they hold up to the same amount of time? It's not 100% looking like it. But, again, I am much bigger than their clientele that they normally go for. Any suggestions? If Keen ever sees this video, as a company, they have some more suggestions for me or what to look for, what to do. I'm always listening. I got another set of boots here. They're my duty boots. For duty boots, my go-to are either Bates or 511s. These are new. They are worn. These are their Speed 3, fully waterproof, slip, hard toe boots. They've got a crush piece in here. I do not believe it is a steel piece. It feels like it's composite because there is give to it, but it's so that someone can't stomp your toes while you're at work and, you know, take you down. The tread is uber aggressive, and it has that non-slip technology. So if you're running and God forbid you hit tile or something like that and you slide on wet surfaces, these are not true non-slip. I've tested them. They work well. Their protective toe is very good. I've always preferred Bates, but you know what? I took a gamble because the price point on these, I just couldn't believe it. They were so cheap. I got 10% off from their website. Basically free beanie hat. And I think my whole order was like $109. Okay? A set of Bates would have cost me just like $125, $130 for a set of boots. So, you know what? I've had 511 in the past. These looked great. But I already have issues with them. 511 tends to run tight, so I went with a half size bigger. The toe for me is like my toes come to here, so it's like a size 12 boot front. I don't understand that construction, but it is what it is. Thick pair of socks because my toes hit the cap, and it doesn't make sense of why it should. The other thing that blows my mind. I wish I had an older pair of my duty boots because I'd show you it. But these are supposed to be quick on, quick off boots. All right? You're in your gear. You want to get out of your boots. You don't want to have to unlace your entire boots. They have a zipper on the side. There are tons of companies, High Tech, Blowers boots, Bates, all these different companies, Solomon's, that produce a duty boot. Even Reebok produces a military and a duty boot. They all have that side zipper so that you can get in and out of your boots quickly. Why 511 ever decided to do what they did here, it blows my mind. I understand in a way why they did it, to keep up their waterproofing and insulation, but YKK zipper, which is usually good for wicking away water and not having it go through the seams. Most boots just open right up, so you can slide your foot in. It's right at the tautness that you've set your boot at. These, they put a leather insert. And that leather insert doesn't allow you to slide the boots on and off without having unlaced the laces. So it makes this completely useless. Which either I'm going to go to a cobbler and have them cut it and then sew it back, but it's useless. It's a useless thing if I have to unlace the boots anyways. Outside of that, they are as heavy as these D-Rack boots. But, again, they're for duty. I don't know if I suggest this. I might do another video where I do like a 6-month review, because so far, you get what you pay for, I guess. $100. I should have spent the 30 so far and got a set of Bates. All right. Not that 511 is not a good company. I wear a lot of their stuff. And I've worn, in the past, a lot of their duty boots that were stupid comfortable. So far, these ones feel like I have Frankenstein feet. Okay? They're super heavy. And if they didn't have this piece here in the middle, I mean, they would be a pretty rock-solid boot. But some idiot on a computer had the idea that this was a good idea. Honorable mentions, I might add in some of these, like Solomon. Solomon, I mean, they make boots and trail hikers and everything else, even for their U.S. military special forces. I don't buy them for one reason and one reason only. I don't fit into them. I have an odd-shaped foot. It's a little bit, it's not a wide, but it's just under. And I've never had a pair of Solomon shoes that I could fit on my feet in correct sizing. Even going to a place, an actual hiking store where they measured my feet and they're like, you're not fitting in a pair of Solomons. They're too narrow of a shoe. And I know I could stuff my feet into one that's a little bit larger, but for $211, almost $300, it's not, you know, the juice is not worth the squeeze. Keen, uber comfortable. But this is just my suggestions for everything from duty boots to hiking boots to, you know, comfortable to, you literally could go through the end of the war days in, again, 11 years of, as you can see, ass-kicking use. They're still my favorite go-to boots. So, this is Christian from Northeast 360. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. Please hit the like button, smash the bell, thumbs me up. We're trying to give you guys good content. If you have suggestions, I don't get to you back in the comments right away, but I do look. So hit me up if you guys, you know, have any suggestions or something you want to see. We got a couple of videos that are coming up in the future, which are more, you know, going to the camping stuff again, because we're starting to get ready. We might be filming our next trip, which is up to a ski lodge. I know it's not camping, but it is going to be a fun trip. There's going to be a lot of outdoor activities in this area that we've planned. We've purchased tickets to, maybe some snowmobiling. We don't know. But we're going to hit that up. It's going to be a great trip. We'll see you guys soon. Keep moving forward.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100.